I was watching Baywatch last week. And I couldn't.
I don't like where this is going.
I couldn't help but notice on the Baywatch Hawaii credits, there's a little guy who's also in the Game of Thrones, who's also going to be Aquaman. His name's Jason Momoa. He's officially been cast to play Aquaman. Now, I'm a big David Hasselhoff fan.
Some people stand in darkness.
Yes. Now, but when you say that you're going to have a former Baywatch star playing... I don't know.
Aquaman.
It's like, please. I had to post this on the Instagram and be like, so if Jason Momoa is Aquaman, will David Hasselhoff be his father, the father of Aquaman?
The father was it King of Atlantis or something?
Something like that.
It seems a little bit typecast, if I had to say.
I think so, but this guy is melting girls' hearts like the 50 Shades of Grey movie did, or whatever that recent movie came out with.
That movie
whatever.
never be anywhere.
So this guy Momoa is going to be making an appearance in Batman vs Superman. Apparently, he's pretty pissed off about the incidents that occurred in Man of Steel, like with the whole Indian Ocean. So not only is he pissed off Batman, Lex Luthor, now he's pissed off Aquaman.
Look, man, you were messing with my ocean.
Yeah. According to
I got some whales for your ass.
According to the Hollywood Reporter, he's been in talks since December, but he's kind of been holding off because they're waiting for WB to get all their plans together and make this announcement.
Starfish in your eye.
Sea urchin.
He inked me.
Now we know what happened to the croc hunter.
Oh.
No?
Wow.
Is it too bad for that? All right. Oh, well, I tried. Aquaman. All right. Also known as the King of Atlantis and is the ruler of the Earth's ocean and has super strength and ability to communicate with sea life. My answer to that is go watch Entourage. Go watch the James Cameron version with Vinny Chase in it, and then you'll have a better idea of what Aquaman is. It's Ari Gold put it best in the episode in Entourage. It's Superman underwater. It's bottom line. That's what it's going to be. And you know what? To me, that's pretty cool if they can pull it off with this guy who's, I gotta say, he's pretty nice looking there, James, despite what you think.
Dude, I'm saying, like, this guy's going to be a badass Aquaman. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's what
I misinterpreted what you were saying. I apologize.
You thought his Bear Grylls was going to be good.
I'm expecting, like, some kind of, like, lanky, like, blonde hair, like socially awkward Jesse Eisenberg wannabe or something, and it's like, boom!
Oh, you mean how right now they're reporting that Lex Luthor is Jesse Eisenberg is a slimy businessman we all despise.
I despise him anyway.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be.
We're all going to root for him to be punched by Superman. He's a billionaire and can weasel his way out of legal situations. Apparently, he has kind of like a slightly different hairdo. I think it's blonde, if I'm not mistaken, right now.
I wish Superman would have punched him in
Wasn't
any
Lex
other movie he's
Luthor
been
had
in.
like no hair. He was bald before.
Yeah. Well, new age there, Bradley. I mean, what can I say? You know, I don't know. So that's what I have with the DC universe. Really quick, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Does with the whole new, we'll say, unofficially confirmed Justice League lined up, does this inspire you? Does it actually, be like, okay, you know what? After 20-some years, DC and WB might actually have their act together.
It's like we got a plan. We got the set
plan.
going.
Yeah.
Let's just start seeing it get in motion. Like, all right, get your actors together. Find out who's going to be which characters.
It gives you cautious optimism. Like,
True.
Okay, they've got a chance to do something good because now they actually seem to have an idea.
That's the best way to put it.
Exactly.
Took the words out of my mouth.
And if they're trying to round up this much talent right now, I think they're on the right track.
But at the same time, I'm wondering if they're being a little bit too rushing with it. It's like they're trying to scrounge up, talent.
3 movies a year is a lot.
Yeah,
that's
really
where
I'm like, are you gonna, rush this, and will the quality of the film be up to snuff?
Sorry to interrupt you. If you look at the Marvel universe, we get 2 movies a year. This year we got Captain America 2 and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Cannot wait.
Next year somehow we're still going to get Ant-Man and we're going to get Avengers: Age of Ultron. But Marvel's up to 2 right now. Okay. That's Marvel Studios, not counting the other Marvel movies or whatever.
X-Men, yeah.
Now, if we're talking about other Marvel movies, I want to go into this also.
Could we trade Ant-Man for something that people are going to want to see?
Deadpool.
Yes.
Blade.
Oh, yes. Please.
Punisher. Hey, Wesley's out of jail.
Perfect. Done. Get him to work.
Still has some tax evasion money to pay off. Just saying.
He's willing to work.
Maybe I think the only problem I have with the last Blade movie is when he had Wood when he was, being broken out of the police station. I don't know, when he's kind of resurrected. Only I would notice that. Just saying.
What's he talking
I am dead. Edit.
Well, do you want to tell us a little something more about yourself there, Brian?
No. Anyway, so moving in. All right. So we talked about how DC has a lineup temporarily right now.
Okay.
And I say temporarily because over at Sony Pictures, they had a similar lineup with their Amazing Spider-Man universe. Now, Sony has announced that Amazing Spider-Man 3 is probably going to be pushed back to 2017. It's being reported by several news sites, Business Standard, Screen Crush, or whatever, saying that the release date is sometime in 2017. This means that we potentially won't see Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man again for another 2.5 years, possibly.
I think they probably need to change up that script.
Yeah, well, I think there was too many people working on the script. That also, I'm going to throw this in there also. They were talking about the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Blu-ray. I don't have the date for that. I will tweet that out for everybody.
Okay.
They're putting out 13, yes, you heard me, 13 deleted scenes into that Blu-ray, whatever. And there are scenes that they're talking about.
They could have made it better.
What to say? I won't do spoilers because I didn't see the movie, but I do know stuff about it.
Okay.
That could make the movie better or whatever. For example, while I didn't see it, the Daredevil director's cut, which I heard was 20 times better than Daredevil.
Than the actual thing, yeah.
It could be that kind of a version of it or whatever. Kind of like, I compared this on another website today. I was like, so in other words, it's going to be the Richard Donner version of Superman 2 that we didn't get or whatever, because Richard Donner left in the middle of that Superman movie, I guess, because WB wasn't giving him what he wanted or whatever. So my thoughts on Spider-Man 2, and it has been for a long time, even with the Amazing Spider-Man universe, is that it comes into the studio trying to take too much control. It's like, we want our Avengers. We want to do this. We want to throw all these characters in there, because if the Avengers can do it, we can do it. And it just...
You have all these characters in, and even your main character is just really boring.
Yeah.
Like, Spider-Man himself is like, even after the first one, I'm just like, I don't really care about him.
Yeah. Yeah. Feel like, I really don't care too much about the backstory of it. I just want to see all these cool villains, but don't throw too many in at one time or whatever.
True. You for lack of a better term, you blow your load, basically.
Exactly. And that's what they did with this. Yeah. And I think they need to rethink their game plan and strategy. Hopefully, it's the Avengers effect, I'm afraid. That's what it's called. It just like,
they saw that and all they see is dollar bills. Like,
exactly.
How can we capitalize on that?
Yeah, exactly.
If they did it, why can't we?
With the amount of money that was spent on their marketing, then,
UPS, Domino's. Everywhere.
More money was spent on that. And then another thing is that a lot of people are saying that in the trailers and TV spots, they showed stuff in there that was not in the movie. And that's, it's like, that's nothing what the trailers advertised. So that's probably what you're going to see on this Blu-ray. I will get the date out to you guys.
Pretty sure I actually saw at one point Spider-Man brand feminine hygiene products. I was done at that point.
Vagiclean. Price check on Vagiclean.
We got a woman down here with a full-on fallopian fungus.
And a spider web.
It's been a long time.
Oh, yeah, it's like Dumb and Dumber 2 again. Yeah. Anyway, though, a couple other things I want to touch on. So, a couple Transformers. It comes out next week.
Yes!
Dinobots, yes. A couple things to know and I'm not going to give any spoilers here or whatever, because I don't do that. This movie they were talking to Michael Bay. They've been doing all their usual press and stuff like that, whatever.
The hype build.
Exactly, because it's that time. This movie is going to be the first to use the new 4K IMAX 3D cameras valued at $1 million a piece.
So he is using the 4K. Damn.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you know anything about the 4K? Was this the one that
higher
Peter
resolution.
Jackson used in the Hobbit movies or no?
I don't know if he did use it for that. For the, are you talking about for the Hobbit one?
Yeah.
That was just a higher frame rate resolution. It was up to like 48 frames per second instead of the usual 30, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But this is 4K, so it's a higher resolution, so the picture is supposed to be clear.
So maybe this is what Avatar used then.
Avatar did the 3D model one. I
don't know.
I don't think Avatar used the.
It might not have been out yet.
Yeah, the 4K I think is probably a newer one that they're using. Because 4K is just a resolution. Pretty much, you can see a little bit more detail and stuff.
Okay.
There's the frame rate. Again, I'm being the nerd and specify.
That's why you're here.
The Hobbit did a higher frame rate. I think it was at like 45 or 48 gigahertz, so you could actually see things move a lot more smoothly and scenes. But there were some issues people said with some of the lip syncing in that actually were a little bit off.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, Avatar with a 3D model, but 4K resolution, that's what everybody's trying to get right now. They're trying to move past the 1080 and move all the way up to 4K.
Nerd.
I know.
Well, the interesting thing about this is that Bay says that he is still a film fan, but because processing labs are going out of business, he says that sadly film technology is over.
It's all digital and no more using the analog.
Yeah. And he says that he did shoot some stuff in film, but just not obviously as much.
Yeah.
Whatever. And it was actually James Cameron, to my knowledge, that recommended to Michael Bay to use it on Transformers 3. Now, while the movie itself wasn't my favorite Transformers, I did like how he used the 3D in there.
Okay.
The guys parachuting, into Chicago, I thought that was exactly my thinking as well. So I know that he's capable of using this technology or whatever. So when you throw in Dinobots,
Yeah, as long as you use it properly and use it effectively for the scene. Or
the guy can
do.
shoot action scenes. Bottom line, that's
yeah,
what he does
easily. Yeah,
he might not have a story, but he can shoot the best action scenes I've ever seen on film.
I'm Michael Bay. This is awesome.
Bay explosion.
Bay redesigned the robots from the ground up. He says fan favorites are still recognizable, but they're still redesigned. So Optimus Prime has obviously been redesigned. If you haven't seen those pictures, Bumblebee, but the Bumblebee looks almost identical.
Looks very
but he is a new concept Camaro.
Tired.
Yeah.
Fire car.
Well,
thanks, Chevy.
But it actually isn't just a GM commercial this time. Bay was saying that so many automakers just kept coming up and knocking on his door or, trying to drop off all these cars or whatever.
He's like, look, man, you put this in our thing, we'll give you a free one. I mean, for God's sakes, you had the first one had a 360 that turned into an Xbox. Like, really?
Yeah, he's got like a Bugatti in there. He's got a Lamborghini in there this time, so he's not going just GM. Maybe because the ignition switch. I don't know. That's just a thought.
Hi, Mr. Bay. We're from Daewoo.
And actually, Bay's going to be using Porsche SUVs for these IMAX cameras to get them around.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
how about that? Only Michael
How much of a,
As if we could up the budget even more.
Look, man, we need to get these around fast. What we got? We got a couple Porsches back there. All right, I like your style.
The robots are going to have more character. Shia LaBeouf's character isn't going to be in the script, but they're debating whether it's going to be mentioned in some way. So they're probably going to make reference to it. They might say there was a time the humans helped us before, for all I know.
Samuel Woodwicky.
They'll show like a newspaper clipping.
Yeah, probably. The events take place 3 years after Chicago. We see a lot more of the Transformer world. Bay said he would have cast The Rock, but schedules didn't align. I would have loved to have seen The Rock in a Transformers movie. Oh, you know what? Pain and Gain.
You're just like rocking
Transformers.
anything.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
The rundown.
I can see the news clip. The news clipping right now. Sam Witwicky dies with a vagina infection.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I hate Shia LaBeouf. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. And speaking of which, Paramount is talking about, or actually they set their new release dates for 2016. So we have Transformers 5. Bear with me for a second.
Okay.
Star Trek 3.
Okay.
G.I. Joe 3.
Oh, God.
Paranormal Activity 5.
What?
They are... How much more can they...
Can we stop beating the dead horse because it's already dead?
Ben-Hur.
Okay, so we're going to do Ben.
Why make...
Wait.
Ben-Hur was a classic.
Yeah.
I saw it first.
Unless they're gonna,
who's in that?
unless they're going to try
I will find that
change
out.
it up and make it a cheesy, crappy action movie or something. I don't know.
That's what we're going to do. It's like you could take
yeah.
freaking Charlton Heston's and turn that 3-hour thing into... Oh, God.
Drink
Yeah,
up, Judah Ben-Hur.
And the last one, Hansel and Gretel 2.
Really?
Oh, my God, Paramount.
I want to blame...
There was a few good ones in there.
I really want to blame that on probably, let's see, stoners and or the rest of the world who probably boosted sales.
Come get us, China. That's the evidence right there.
I almost forgot. I'm sorry I'm taking up so much time tonight,
Fine.
folks. Some people don't have as much to talk about tonight, luckily.
Yeah, buddy.
Little Star Wars update.
Oh, God, stop.